Hey everyone, so about a week ago I did a video on this cheap $20 radio and thought I should probably do something similar to this cheap $15 radio I grabbed on eBay. It's a Uniden Pro 510XL and similar kind of thing, just chucking some extra channels in there just for the hell of it. I know they're completely not worth it, so don't do this at home. But yeah, look, I had to I swapped out the channel dial on this one because the one that was in it was a bit of a pain, and also this one it had a masked PLL in it, so I had to put one of the 5351 PLLs in there, and all good. So it goes from sort of channel. It's got the skips in it, so 3A, 7A, 11A, etc. That's 15A and 19A, and then goes all the way up to 99, which is 27995, and then I roll it back to minus 19 because that's pretty much the lowest channel number that you can really display on these things with 2-digit display. And then in between the channel 1 and minus 1 there's a little menu, because I don't like to put extra switches and whatever on the front of these things. So the menu is basically just rolls through scan, US, New Zealand, and Marine. So basically what you do is you just switch it to one of these, you leave it there for a couple of seconds, and it flashes, and now it's in US channels. If I put it to NZ, I leave it there for a couple of seconds, it flashes, and then now it's New Zealand channels. And if I put it onto Marine, that is the HF Marine 27 meg channels in Australia. I don't think they're used much anymore, but there's only 10 of them. So that, yeah, that's how that works. I'll put it back to US and flash. Then when you switch the radio on, it tells you what band you're in, and then it goes to the channel that you were on previously when it's saved. So, and for the scan function, I added a scan function to this one as well, but for the scan function, you just leave it there, same thing, you just leave it there for a couple of seconds, and then it goes off scanning until it finds a signal that breaks the squelch. And yeah, pretty much like any other scan. It works quite well across the whole range of minus 19 to 99. So it's when you key the mic, it'll stop the scan, and you can see it's sort of got like a fair bit of power. Yeah, so it's quite good, like right across the band. This is not a reference to anything, it's just a reference to itself. So it rolls off a little bit as you get up into the high 70s or whatever. But yeah, otherwise all good. I'll just show you what I've done inside. As you can see, I've sort of ripped out all of the PLL chip and the VCO. There was a VCO board standing up in here. I took that VCO board out and cut the PCB through so that this thing, this 5351 board, actually mounts straight into the slot where the original VCO was. I just had to cut through a little bit and solder it straight in, so that makes for a really strong connection. There's a couple of capacitors and CR networks there to stop the high pass. It's sort of like a low pass filter there, because these things are notorious for all the spurious that they spew out. All the harmonics are basically a square wave. So most of these wires here are just for the LED display, the 2 7-segment displays. They are fitted together with one common anode in this thing, so I had to actually run 14 wires. I think this one's the power line here. I think there's a transmit receive line here, and then this one that tacks on over here is for the squelch, so it tells you when you've got a signal so the scanner can stop working. So these two boards, the Nano and the 5351, piggyback together really well with the I2C lines up, so you can put some header pins through there and join them together. This is actually the power. I'm bringing the power through here, and I just used the VCO 0 output. I think I just cut the track so I could bring the power through and just link it across to where the power actually is supposed to go in. Okay, so that's about it. Next on the list is probably this one, because these are such a great looking radio. I got a shiny chrome one, so that'll probably be next. It only goes up to 40. The great thing about these is that it's got a frequency readout on here, so I can, it depends what what it's like inside as far as the circuitry goes, but you know, I could probably get I'm guessing I'm going to try and go from say 26 to 28 meg. But yeah, that's the next one. We'll see how we go.